Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time it may be. This is Woody Collins with Congo Helping Hands, and this is another episode of Talking About Congo. And the subject today is Congo needs to grow food. It's just sad to read the statistics on the food insecurity. People are hungry. 1 out of 3 people don't have enough food to eat. Uh, Children under 5 severely affected by acute malnutrition, and also even more is affected by chronic malnutrition. And you look at it and you think, okay, it should be so uh, should not be so hard. And especially when you look at the fact that Congo is only using 10% of its arable lands for food production. 10%. It's just really a shame that it should be feeding its people, and also probably should be exporting food to other people. The estimate is that they should be able to feed 2 billion people. Congo has only 86 million people. So that's a large difference. But you think about what has happened. Number one is you had the COVID pandemic that is affecting food insecurity, but it's affecting it from the standpoint of food imports have been halted. So if they had have solved the problem of producing their own food, then possibly and probably that food imports would not be so high, and there would not be a problem because of importing food from other countries. Second of all, you got the insecurity over in the east. The east is a lot of that land is over in the east, and but I know they import a lot of food from Uganda and Rwanda and stuff. So, you know, it's still that two-edged sword, and insecurity throughout the region. Um, it's a problem. So that's one of the reasons that they have this food insecurity, but it needs to be solved some kind of way, somehow. Um, it's one thing not to have electricity, not to have infrastructure, not to have water, uh, you know, safe, clean, reliable sources of water, electricity for production. However, growing food is basic, and nothing is hindering that but, you know, some internal things. And I think the Congo government, that should be the highest priority, is to feed its people, or put into place where the industry can feed its people, because they do not uh, need to be importing food from other places, which is dependent on other people providing it at reasonable prices and getting through in times of embargo, limited travel, and stuff like this. It's just a real problem. So I feel for the people who, those 1 in 3 people who don't know where their next meal is coming from. But it should not be that way, and Congo really needs to do something about that so that it doesn't happen. I think that's the first thing that needs to happen, uh, and so they need to work on these uh, uh, insecurity problems. Maybe they need to work on their road infrastructure so that they can, I mean, internal, not only from the border, but also within the country into the growing areas. and they need to get people incentive, give them some incentive to produce food for themselves so that they would not be dependent on that and they can eat. Uh, when you're only using 10% of your land, arable land, to produce food, that is a problem. And other countries are taking advantage of it and putting Congo, crippling their ability to provide food for its people. And so that's the number one thing that I think they need to do because it's just a shame when you got arable land sitting aside and you're not using it to produce food for your people. So that's my uh, uh, rant. Hope, dream is that the Congo starts growing food. Thank you so much for stopping by. We will see you tomorrow when we will be answering your questions. So if you have any questions, please get those in to me by putting them in the chat, putting them, uh, answering emails or in the announcements so that we can answer your questions on tomorrow. Thank you so much, and we will talk with you later. Take care, and let's get this pandemic under control. We need to socially distance ourselves, wear our masks, and wash our hands frequently. And please get the uh, uh, vaccine if it's available to you. Uh, thank you. Talk to you later.